There are a few things in life you just don't expect to see, like your dog solving a Rubik's Cube, or a McDonald's ice cream machine finally working, or Apple making a foldable device that doesn't look like a prototype from a sci-fi movie. But guess what, folks? The impossible might just be happening, because all the leaks, rumors, whispers, and blurry factory shots are pointing to one single truth. The iPad Fold is real, and it might just be the most ridiculous, over the top, and possibly genius thing Apple has cooked up in years. So in today's video, we're breaking down 10 wild new leaks about Apple's upcoming foldable iPad. We're talking about a 20-inch screen that folds like a taco, a carbon fiber kickstand, under-screen Face ID, Mac-level chips, and of course, a price tag that'll make your credit score cry. So let's get into it. Leak number 1. So here's the thing. Most foldables right now, they are phones that unfold into mini tablets, like the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold or the Pixel Fold. And that's cute. But Apple looked at that and said, nope, let's go way bigger. Leaks from Bloomberg and Ming-Chi Kuo say Apple's foldable iPad is gonna have a screen that measures somewhere around 20 inches when unfolded. That's like if you tape two iPad Pros together and then called it a day. Folded up, still big, probably the size of a MacBook. But when you open it, boom, you got a display that's almost bigger than your dignity after texting your ex at 3 a.m. This thing is designed to be massive, not to fit in your pocket, but your backpack. And if Apple pulls this off, it's gonna make every other foldable look like a kid's toy. Leak number 2. Now let's talk bezels for a second, or lack of them. You know how Apple's been obsessed with Face ID since the iPhone X? Well, the iPad Fold is rumored to take it to the next level. According to some spicy leaks, Apple is testing under-display Face ID. That means all these sensors are hidden under the screen. No knots, no punch hole, just pure uninterrupted screen real estate. Finally, a foldable that doesn't look like it is winking at you with a black camera dot. If Apple nails this, it'll be the first foldable device with Face ID completely under the display, which is cool, and probably means your nose will unlock it by accident. Progress. Leak number 3. Now I know what you're thinking. This giant foldable sounds cool, but how the heck do you use it without it falling over like a drunk giraffe? Now enter the carbon fiber kickstand. Yes, Apple's planning to include a lightweight kickstand built right into the device, made of carbon fiber no less, because of course it is. Regular plastic is for peasants. This kickstand is supposed to be super strong, but light enough not to weigh the whole thing down. Basically like those Surface Pro kickstands, but with Apple levels of smugness. So whether you're watching Netflix or pretending to work on a flight, your iPad Fold won't be flopping around like a fish. Leak number 4. If you've ever seen a foldable phone up close, you know the deal. Crease down the middle, the disgusting crease, always there, taunting you. But Apple being Apple said, what if we just didn't do that? Leaks say, Apple is working on a nearly crease-free screen. That is right. They're teaming up with LG and Samsung to make a flexible OLED that doesn't look like it got hit with a steamroller, like my grandma, supposedly. Apple has patented some crazy Hinge tech that spreads the fold out and then reduces the pressure on the screen, like yoga, but for glass. And if they pull it off, it'll be the smoothest foldable screen on the planet. No weird bumps, just buttery visuals. We're talking chef's kiss levels of smooth. Leak number 5. Speaking of hinges, that is where most foldables mess up. Too weak and it breaks. Too tight and it cracks. Too noisy and it sounds like a robot farting. Apple is apparently designing a new teardrop hinge that folds the screen with less stress. There are even rumors they're using exotic alloys like liquid metal. Yes, that's a real thing. Sounds like something from Iron Man. This hinge is supposed to make the fold smoother, reduce screen damage, and maybe even allow the iPad to close completely flat. Take notes, Galaxy Z Fold. Let's just hope they don't call it the Flexinator Pro Max Ultra. Leak number 6. Now here is the fun part. This isn't just a foldable screen glued to a potato chip. Leaks say the iPad Fold will be rocking one of Apple's M series chips, probably the M4 Pro or M5, depending on when it launches. That means it is going to be as powerful as a MacBook Pro. Not just for Netflix and chill, you could actually do real work on it. Video editing, 3D modeling, gaming. In other words, this isn't a toy. It's a portable powerhouse with a foldable trick up its sleeve. Your Galaxy Fold can open Twitter in 2 windows. This thing can launch Final Cut Pro, Blender, and still have enough power left to make you feel bad about your lazy life choices. Leak number 7. So what's the software gonna look like on this beast? Leaks say it'll run a version of iPad OS, but probably a supercharged one. Think more multitasking, more resizable windows, maybe even Mac app compatibility. By 2028, Apple insiders say iPad OS might be able to run actual Mac apps. That means the iPad Fold could become a legit work machine. You could have your Touch ID friendly tablet interface and run pro software like Logic or Final Cut. Basically, it's a Mac iPad Frankenstein, and in a good way. Leak number 8. Alright, let's rip the band-aid off. This thing's not coming next week or next year, probably not even the year after that. Mark Gurman says the iPad Fold is slated for 2026 to 2028. Yep, that's a super long wait. But Apple's definitely not rushing this. They want to get it just right. Perfect. And let's be honest, we don't need another 2000 foldable that breaks if you breathe on it too hard. So yes, we're in for a wait. But at least it'll give you the time to start saving money and emotionally prepare your wallet for the trauma. Leak number 9. Speaking of ching ching money, this iPad Fold is gonna be stupid expensive. Of course it is Apple. Like, might cost more than your 2 months rent expensive. Leaks say the price could start at $2,500 or more. Some estimates go as high as $3,000+. That's the price of a decent MacBook Pro and an iPad Pro and a weekend vacation to distract yourself from the fact that you just spent $3,000 on a foldy boy. But hey, it is Apple. You know people are gonna sell kidneys to get one. At least you'll have a nice folding screen to watch your bank balance hit 0. Leak number 10. The last one. Now let's talk competition. When this iPad Fold drops, it's not going head to head with phones like the Z Fold or Pixel Fold. Those are phones pretending to be tablets. Apple's going for something way bigger. Literally, this is a foldable tablet / laptop hybrid. It'll probably crush them in screen size, performance and software. M series chip? Check. Crease-free display? Check. Kickstand? Yup. Samsung might be on their 7th Fold by then, but it'll still be a phone with apps stretched across a small screen. Apple's trying to reinvent a new category here. Something between an iPad Pro and a MacBook. Something you want to work and also binge anime on at night. Something that folds but still feels premium and strong. I mean, premium and strong. So will it work? Who in the hell knows? But you gotta admit, it sounds kinda crazy, and I love it. So there you go. 10 crazy leaks about the iPad Fold. A device that somehow manages to be huge, powerful, and completely unnecessary. And yet, I still want one. Apple's playing the long game here. They're not the first, and they always aren't, to be honest. But they might be the first to actually get it right, like always. No creases, no clunky software, no weird gimmicks. Just a massive foldable powerhouse for people who want the future in their backpack. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. If you enjoy this, hit like, maybe subscribe, and comment down below what feature you want in the iPad Fold. Personally, I'm hoping it makes me breakfast too. Alright, peace out. See you in the next one.